This is Tyler, Renegade GK. Today we're going to answer the question that we get all the time. Why do your gloves come with removable finger saves? And it's a great question, and we have a really great reason for that. So you do see that a lot of our gloves, they do offer the removable finger save. And really the most important thing up front that we want you to understand is that a glove with removable finger saves, it performs the same if you take the finger saves out than if you leave them in terms of the actual construction of the glove. There's really nothing different about this particular glove, the Talon Revolt, that has the finger saves in. Take them out, it's going to be the same glove. Obviously, you just don't have that one element. The only difference is the zipper here. All right. So we just want you to know that if you like the look, the style, the feel of the gloves, there's more to the removable finger saves for us than really what meets the eye. Also, we're really big proponents as a glove brand of giving you, the player, the choice. All right, we see so often that a lot of other brands out there, they're basically making you choose. It's with or without and nothing in between. So for us, we really want to offer you the opportunity for a lot of different reasons and scenarios to choose. All right, if you're a keeper that loves the finger saves in, again, this is going to play with the finger saves in exactly like you should expect with a negative, a roll, a flat, any style glove out there. That's great. We encourage you to leave them in if that's your style. You know, obviously there are a lot of philosophies that have to do with finger saves, yes or no, but we won't dive into that in this video per se. If you are a keeper that likes to take the finger saves out, doesn't enjoy the finger save, continue watching this video because there's a reason that they're removable, but we do say just go for it. Take them out, play like normal. If you're used to a roll finger, you're not going to notice a single difference in our gloves without the finger saves in, as opposed to a glove that doesn't offer finger saves removably. All right. The main reason though that we decided to go removable is in talking to so many of my buddies, coaches, other directors of goalkeeping out there that have been around the game even longer than I have been at higher levels than we could ever imagine. When posing the question of, hey, listen, we're making gloves removable, not removable. You know, what do you think? We know that obviously a lot of people like them. So how do we find that common ground? You know, with the removable, we found out from a lot of these guys that are working at the professional level that ironically a lot of pro players are using finger save gloves. It's not something that you would necessarily think of. And here's why. All right, so think about a goalkeeper who's going through a shooting session. They're getting balls struck at them 100 miles an hour from the top of the 18. We all know that. We've been there. We've been through it. And it's not for the goalkeeper whatsoever. You know, with a removable finger save glove, a lot of the pros and the high-level players, they're actually just inserting those spines into that glove during a shooting session like that. So it adds that extra support, right? It's protection. And it allows them to go through a session that's really, frankly, not for a goalkeeper whatsoever and be protected. You know, it's the old school version of a lot of older style keepers. They're taping their fingers, and a lot still do that. This offers a real solid backing of the fingers. Our finger saves are the highest level that we know of in the world, and we love that. They're super flexible forward, but in terms of the negative, there's no negative play on these gloves and the finger saves. That's one way that we see a lot of people who don't traditionally wear finger saves utilize a removable finger save glove like some of our Renegade line. Another instance that we see with a lot of pro players in this discussion that we were having around the concept is maybe you don't wear a finger save glove or the spines all the time. But what happens when inevitably you pick up that finger injury, you jam your finger, something goes on before that big game? We also see a lot of these keepers that don't traditionally wear that finger save spine. They insert the spine in just one of the fingers. So let's say I pick up an injury in a training session during the week on my pointer finger. Obviously, that's going to be painful. I'm going to tape it. I'm going to do everything I can, but you're still going to feel it. You still aren't going to have that full strength. So we highly suggest keepers that don't wear finger saves with our gloves, that's perfect. But you have the option. If you pick up an injury on any one of your fingers, two of your fingers, you can still tape. But we all know that that method is probably not necessarily as strong as if you were doing that along with that finger save. So we definitely see a lot of our keepers that are going through this, and they're putting the spines in to add that extra support and protection. So we just want you to understand that there is a method behind the madness that we have here with our Renegade gloves. Whether you like them, you love them, you hate them, we know everyone has their opinions, and that's the great thing about goalkeepers and what we enjoy about this business as much as we possibly can each day. We give you the choice, all right? And there's obviously other reasons for you guys. If you don't like them, just think back to what we talked about, right? If you're in that shooting session or you're in that drill that has nothing to do with you, maybe add them in there, right? You're basically just a brick wall in front of a net anyhow. Add that protection. Keep yourself out of, off the injured reserve list here, off the bench and in the net where you belong. If you inevitably pick up an injury, put them in behind that finger. It's going to add that support. We have a lot of pros out there that are loving this philosophy. And again, that's just kind of why we've offered that. Really great questions. We hope this answers and gives you some insight into our thought process and so many others that we work with. And please continue to reach out to us to get us your questions, because we will always do our very best to answer those for you. Good luck in your next training session, and we'll talk to you guys soon.